dying. And God, tenyo. Oh, what the dying. This is the voice of the patriot where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Now remember, here we are not neutral. Never. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now the very first story we are looking at today is taken from Ghana Word, and it says Sycamore residents lament lack of government recognition after helicopter crash. And I read, now residents of Sycamore in the Adansi Ekrofum district of the Ashanti region have expressed disappointment and frustration over what they perceive as the government's failure to recognize their efforts following the recent helicopter crash that claimed 8 lives. Now, according to the unit committee chairman, Seth Kwame, despite the crucial role residents played in retrieving the bodies from the mountain and handing them over to security officials, they have been completely overlooked in the aftermath. Now, speaking on OTEC 102.9 FM's Jabrim show on Monday, that's yesterday, August 18, 2025, Seth Kwame noted that while the community is not demanding much from the government, they expected some form of recognition for their contributions. He stressed that the residents, particularly those directly involved in the retrieval process, deserve to be acknowledged and appreciated for their efforts. The residents are therefore calling on the government to formally recognize their contributions, saying such a gesture will be a fitting acknowledgement of the vital role they played in the aftermath of the crash. My brother, my sister, interestingly, the story has been edited. Earlier today, the story read that the gentlemen who helped to retrieve the bodies of the 8 wonderful comrades who were involved in that helicopter crash were asking government to formally appreciate them and reward them. Right now, the word reward has been taken off. It means that either they were misquoted or otherwise. My brother, my sister, in this country, nobody does anything for free. It's very sad. Nobody does anything for free. People come to your funeral whilst you are mourning, even if they fetch a cup of water for you to drink, they are standing by and demanding some kind of payment. Ghana has truly changed. We used never to be like this. Ghana was a country that would do the work, all in the name of patriotism, all in the name of Ghana. But today, my brother, my sister, I remember the first time I went to Accra from Tamale, where I was born and bred proudly. In my hometown, people do things for free. People harvest their crops, and the first fruits, my brother, my sister, are sent from one house to the other. Anybody's child could walk into another person's compound and eat from the mother's pot. My brother, my sister, people did things for free. People did things in honor of humanity. But when I had the opportunity to come to Accra, even at that very early age, I realized that Everything was done for money. City life, obviously, is different from countryside life. But it has become worse. In my village, you don't pay to pee. In my village, you don't go to toilet and pay money. But you come to the city, everything is different. The life in the city is very fast. Now let me take you to Sikamine. My brother, my sister, Sikamine is not a city. The life of people in the countryside is gradually changing. Everybody has become so monetized. Even the air we breathe, if people had the chance to meter it, they would demand money from us. What has become of us? We have put money first. People have lost their lives. They are Ghanaians like you. They didn't want to die. They died. All to help the same Ghana that you are in. Block-headed people, my brother, my sister, are sitting somewhere and demanding that they should be acknowledged before they will feel good. What kind of a thing is this? So nobody can work behind the scenes anymore. People don't want to work quietly anymore. My brother, my sister, you will be shocked that if the president comes out to say, oh, to the people of Sikamine, we want to thank you so much for helping lift the bodies and all that, the nation thanks you, they will still come forward and say, it is not enough honor. They need envelopes. They want to be brought on TV and decorated with medals, each one of them with a car standing by them, so they can drive away before they feel that they have actually been honored. My brother, this day service to the nation is not an honor. No. Should you not be proud that you were part of the evacuation process of 8 wonderful comrades who, in the service of their nation at the front line, lost their lives? Should you not be proud one day to tell your children that, you know, that accident that happened, I was one of those that helped as undertakers? No. They want money. They want material things. Now I heard another person say, oh, we carried those dead bodies and government hasn't even sent psychologists to us. Government has not even sent medical officers to us to come and find out if any disease has broken in the area or not. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. People crashed. It took time before the helicopter was probably located. It took time for all the bodies to be located and evacuated, albeit corpses. My brother, my sister, a disease can easily break out. I will concur with you if you are asking for medical help. But my brother, my sister, to sit back and demand that national cameras should be on you because you play the role of an undertaker, I think that it is too much of pushing the cart. I leave it here. Now the second thing I would like to look at, and I need you to come along, this is very sensitive. But you know, Blakk Rasta, this is my pension. I like to deal with things other people dare not touch. I read from Ghana Web. NPP activists arrested for threatening President John Dramani Mahama and First Lady Lordina. Released. And I read. Prince Ofori, one of 2 New Patriotic Party activists popularly known as Fanti Comedy, who was arrested for threatening to harm President John Dramani Mahama and First Lady Lordina Mahama, has been released. A video shared on social media showed Fanti comedy celebrating after his release on Monday, April 18, 2025. The NPP activist was seen in the company of several leading party figures, including the National Youth Organizer, Salam Mustafa, and the party's 2024 parliamentary candidate for the Adenta constituency, Akosua Menu. Now, in the video, Fanti comedy was captured hugging Akosua Menu amid the celebration of his release. He was also heard saying, "I am now a free man," while cautioning his distractors. A guy goes on social media threatening to harm the president. Not just any harm, the worst forms of harm. After that, he won't end there. He will go ahead and harm the wife of the president, the first gentleman and the first lady. My brother, my sister, security forces pick him up. He is locked up, and when he comes out on bail, party members make him feel like a hero. I have a problem with that. Bawumia was even seen hugging this guy. You want to be president? When are you going to be president? Look, the only time Bawumia will be president, and I'm going to say things that are going to make people angry. Some people. Listen, if a new public toilet is built in Wale, that is when Bawumia will be the president of that public toilet. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I am angry. President of a newly built public toilet. Bawumia, yes, that I understand. After all, Bawumia was busily going around commissioning toilets, which he pronounced toilets. If I am wrong, tell me, Blakk Rasta, you are wrong. A man, in the run-up to the election, he was busily commissioning toilets. And I am saying that the only time Bawumia would wear the suit of presidency would be when a new public toilet is built in Wale. Hallelujah. Then he will be the president of that public toilet. But to be president of this nation, never. Is finished. You see, sometimes I have one or two people call me and say, "Oh, but Bawumia is your brother. Why are you so harsh?" I say, "Okay, I am happy that you're bringing this up. Come, let us compare facts. Let's talk like brethren. I am angry because of A, B, C, D. Tell me why I should not be angry." And a lot of them finally go back angrier than me. My brother, my sister, you had the opportunity to turn the northern region around. The reason the president picked you up, he made it known to everybody. Two reasons. One, because of your geopolitical location. He selected you. And two, because of your brain. And you failed in both cases. What have you done for the geopolitical location for which the president chose you? Your biggest achievement. Building toilets and commissioning them and asking Kayayo people from Wale, Bolga and Tamale to come and take a bath in a certain bathroom, and after that they go to toilets. My brother, my sister, a guy threatens the life of the president of the nation. He threatens the life of the first lady of the nation. My brother, my sister, security authorities pick him up, and the next moment, Bawumia is cheek to cheek, hugging. Kennedy Japan that they said has no brains. He won't do this. Kennedy Japan that many people think that he's off the chain would not do this. Even if he would, not on camera. He will pull you back and say, Adia oye no. Men ye biom wate. Udia jiskana kope eduane papa bi di wate. Ko why? My brother, my sister. The man that people said is least educated. The man who used to sell toffee on the market. The man that many people think is least intellectual is behaving more intelligently than the so-called economist who is overly educated. If I am wrong again, tell me I'm wrong. Somebody asked me early this morning, Blakk Rasta, but Kevin Taylor did worse than this. My brother, what is good for the goose must certainly be good for the gander. You see, I buy a botechino and biana edi boba. My brother, my sister, who says that everything Kevin Taylor says is 100% the gospel? He's a human being. He can be wrong, and he is wrong some of the times, like I am wrong. So when people approach me and tell me I am wrong about something, I reminisce, and here I have to apologize. I apologize. The other day I said something about the president, which I don't want to, repeat. It was nowhere near threats. But I sat back and looked at it. A number of people just sent it to me. I watched it back and I said, no, I think I have been a little harsh. I returned on radio without anybody telling me anything. I apologize fervently to the president, even though I still do not agree with him. And I'm talking about Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Today, my brother, my sister, Fanti Comedy is out. He's jubilating all over the place that he's a free man. In his own small little mind, he thinks he's a hero. In his own small little world, he thinks he has the support of politicians. Let me tell you, my little brother, even Kufuor, who was once president, he has been neglected by these people you claim are behind you. Don't be stupid. Don't be silly. If we were in the village, early morning, when the weather is so cold, this boy, I would make him remove his shirt, remove his trousers, pour cold water on him, and give him a good lash on his bare back. That was how I was brought up. When you misbehave, early in the morning, you take a good beating. My brother, my sister, if Baumia can hug this guy and extol his virtues, his heroism, my brother, my sister, this will never be forgotten. All of you who are thinking about voting for him, this is the person you are going to be voting for. My brother, my sister, Fanti Comedy, I leave you here. There's some other thing here I think I would like to look at, and then I will say bye-bye to the whole thing, man. Oh, gosh. Interesting. Ah. Things are happening here, my brother. Very serious things are happening. It has to do with Shatta Wale. And I want everybody to open their ears and listen with rapt attention. This is interesting. It says, you sell my beats, erase my credit, then buy luxurious cars, MOG beats, blast Shatta Wale. And I read, it looks like all wounds are reopening as sound producer MOG Beats is back in the ring with dancehall musician Shatta Wale. This time, he is accusing Shatta Wale of pulling a similar trick to the one that first sparked their fallout 4 years ago. back in 2021, MOG Beats called out Shatta Wale, claiming he produced 10 songs on his Rain album, but never received a dime for his work. Now, the development sparked weeks of back and forth, with MOG insisting he had been underappreciated despite his contribution to the project. Shatta Wale reportedly loses $2 million American dollars EP deal and fall out from negative publicity. Fast forward to the early hours of August 19, 2025. MOG has claimed his story is repeating itself, this time on a much bigger scale. In a series of heated posts on X, the music producer alleged that Shatta Wale had sold a music catalog, which included songs he, MOG, himself produced, to an international company for millions of dollars. According to MOG, the deal was done without his knowledge, consent, or agreement, and worse still, his production credits were reportedly stripped off and replaced with Shatta Wale's name. The producer went on to suggest that Shatta Wale's sudden show of wealth, including luxury vehicles like a Rolls Royce, was financed by the alleged catalog sale. He argued that on a normal day, the musician wouldn't have been able to afford such cars, implying that the money came from misrepresenting ownership of the songs to appear wealthier than his peers. MOG Beats insisted he will not sit by and allow his work to be erased or his intellectual property exploited in a scam. Now, we all remember this fight when MOG Beats came out and said, well, I've produced 10 strong songs on the Rain album, and I was never, ever appreciated financially. I remember Shatta Wale coming up and saying that, you know what, this guy is ungrateful. In fact, he chased me all over the place. And when I appeared and ready to work with him and did 10 songs with him, he's now giving me attitude. It's because of this bad attitude that album never even hit, according to Shatta Wale. He said the bad spirit, the bad attitude of MOG Beats made sure that the album never even made any hit, especially the 10 songs produced by MOG Beats. Fast forward a few years later, Shatta Wale comes back, and this time round, MOG Beats is saying that Shatta has sold his catalog, my brother, my sister, to an international company, collected money, and he has not been rewarded after producing 10 songs for him. And most annoying and criminal is the fact that his name has even been taken off the production credits. My brother, my sister, this is an issue that can easily be handled. It's a matter of going to court. First and foremost, after proving that these are songs that were produced by you, you stand a great chance of going to the courts with the help of Gamro and the copyright. Now, if the two bodies are not able to resolve it, then you can go to court. And when you go to court, you stand a better chance of retrieving something big. My brother, my sister, I don't know what it is with some musicians and producers. A lot of the producers are not recognized. They do all the work, produce the beats, and at the end of the day, they don't get any credit. In fact, in Ghana, we have that problem. But how would a man feel if a producer produces your music, you make money out of it, and you watch the producer go down in poverty, then you return and call him a poor man? Is he not a rapist of justice who will do something like this? But a lot of musicians do that in our country. Shatta Wale said I paid you in one way or the other. When your mother had eye problems, was I not the one who paid for the eye issues? I gave your mother money for her eyes. How much money was it? What was the agreement? Do we have it on paper? Did it say, oh, this is how much I'm going to charge for doing 10 songs in production for you? How much was involved? What was the agreement? My brother, my sister, not everybody can be like Blakk Rasta. But I think that under normal circumstances, if this story is true, if Shatta truly sold the catalog, including the 10 songs that this guy made, what stopped Shatta from calling the guy and saying, you know what? I have sold our catalog and all that. This is the amount of money I have for you. Take this. Is it enough compensation? Is it good? Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's not okay. I think you should add me something like this. Or even before then, why don't you exclude that catalog from this guy and some other ones that you don't have an agreement for? But if you add everything, and to make it worse, you take off the credits of the person, and I'm just assuming if this is true, then that is stealing. It's stealing. If it is not true too, well, the courts are always here to deal with the issue. But in most cases, the so-called rich, this is how they get rich. They steal from the poor. I'll leave it here.
Yabo.